Hey, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to put together a quick walkthrough now that I have the NK300 installed on the Old 120 Sportsman PDL. And obviously we all have the PDL drive. The only thing I've done different on the drive is added the rock bro pedals and then the steady stick made here locally in North Carolina. But I'm just going to get this out of the way. So it's literally out of the way. All right, another thing I started using this year is the Yak Attack landing net. I love the fact that it hinges. I still haven't got used to the forearm mount, the forearm support, but it's a great net. If you're looking for a net, I highly encourage you to check it out. All right, inside the front hatch here, mounted this extra prop there for future use, and I also extended this with some 550 cord just because I like it to be able to get out of the way. Inside here, you'll see we're running the Yak Power system. Control modules up here. I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, we got our Newport battery. Got a couple different power banks, and then got a Dakota lithium 23 amp hour over here as well. That's for the live scope transducer. With the addition of the NK, Newport Vessels NK300, we had to add lights. So I went with the Yak Power strip lights, the red and greens. They've been fantastic, very simple to install, and they look great. All right, so my front GoPro that I like to run is the GoPro Hero 10. Love the features that it has, and then I forget the brand of this. What was that, 3BR Power Sports GoPro mount. This is aluminum cased, but it's also water resistant, so it's great. You don't have to worry about your GoPro if a storm pops up. I just run that on the Yak Attack. I forget what that's called, Yak Attack mount, just the panfish I think is what it's called. Upgraded per Slow Boat Fishing's recommendation to the Garmin 9.3 UHG 2 this year, and I will say, despite the YouTube videos, it's night and day difference on clarity, especially if you're using live scope, so in my opinion. You'll see over here I have the park and pull by Yak Attack as well, and several different Yak Attack mounts, just to make it easy. But this is all I use. I never ever get the paddle out. It's actually stored down in the hull. All right, getting to the main cab of the boat, you can see that I also installed some blue button lights just to make it easier to see during the dark. Obviously you can see we got a Roxy kayak cushion, and this is just another cushion that I got off of Amazon. I like this one better on the bottom. It's not as dense as this one. It's actually a honeycomb material. Breathes a little better and doesn't hold water as long. And then over here you'll see this is the catch board holder that Slow Boat Fishing and myself came up with. It just little thumb in and out. Great spot to put it on in Old Town. It's not in the way, and it's very simple to get in and out with one hand. So
okay, go.
All right, getting to this side of the kayak again. This is just the Yak Attack mounts and adapters that we use to hold the landing gear net in place. It's the best solution we've found to be able to keep it up and easily accessible, not flopping all over the place. I use one rod holder up here, and when I catch a fish, I can stick my rod. It's right here in front of me. Got to retie whatever. It's all right here. All right, so again, this is the organizer that we created out of Kydex. Just keeps all your tools and accessories nice and neat and up out of the water. Okay. Here you can see that I'm using the aluminum 12-inch track screwed down into the hull right here over the handle. This was the best place I found for me to be able to attach this fishing specialties live scope transducer mount and pull just for me. I actually bought a second cone to get it up out of the water when I'm to and from a location, and then when I get to where I'm going, I can drop it down very easily to use. And yeah, many of us have this Navarre rudder extension or other Navarre products, Yak Hobby products, all that. If you have any questions on those specifically, just drop a question in the comment. I'll be sure to get back to you. All right, so right here, just behind the seat, I'm fortunate enough I'm able to store an extra day bag like I do down there, and then my lunch pail right here. And then as you can see, fold that up. If you look down in there, I have the Newport batteries USB port, and that actually runs my rear GoPro, but that's attached to the Yak Power system. I can turn it on and off, but I just tap that into the lid back there. Here's the Black Pack Pro. This is the 13 by 16. I have 10 rod holders on it. 4 on each side, 2 in the back. And then I have the little storage boxes here on top. I just screwed directly into the lid. Inside, I got enough room for 2 Plano 3700 boxes, and then 1 additional box can lay on top. But with the addition of the Newport motor, I had to obviously get a Newport battery, and decided to put my battery inside the Blackpack Pro to keep it out of the weather, not have to buy another battery box, and just keep everything nice and clean. This is just a little generic strap that I had that I wanted to put on there so the lid didn't fall backwards and break off with the additional weight. All right, for the rear GoPro, I used the RAM mounts, camera mount here, and I run a GoPro Hero 8 in the back with the same brand, 3BR Power Sports case back here to make it nice and watertight for rainstorms. But that seems to do good. Haven't really got this angle down right. I used to have it on the other side, but with the addition of the motor and the pull cables, it's definitely got it right on this side now. So we'll get it tuned in, but that's that. And then back here on the back, I've used another little 4-inch aluminum Yak Attack track system. Just screwed it into the hole, and this literally is just for the Visi pole for my 360 light. Okay, again, so I added the Newport Vessels NK300 to the Old Sportsman 120 PDL. It's been fantastic so far. I've taken it out this past weekend, have some on the water footage for you that I'll tap into the video. Check it out here.
Oh man, look at him go. Jesus. Dale Earnhardt. Raise hell, praise Dale. Look. It's gonna rock my boat.
Okay, so I chose to go ahead and hook up the reverse engage cord. It just runs up here beside the other the 550 cord. Pretty simple process. You just pull it when you're going in reverse. It's self-explanatory. On the deploy cord, what I did is I actually put in 2 different loops here. So right now it's fully deployed. It's in the water. If I was to bring it to this first loop right here and pull it up, this is if I'm in skinny water and just need to trim up the motor. And I've, like I said, had on the water footage done by a buddy of mine. This is right where it needs to be. It works for me. There's other options, but this is what works for me for now. And then the second loop here is just to fully pull it up to stow it. Either pedal in, or the battery's dead, or get ready to pull it back up on the trailer, whatever it may be. So now that mount is attached to the kayak by the Navarre trolling motor mount. I think it was 40-45 bucks, something like that. But that's a fantastic mount. It takes the pitch out of the trolling motor mount and makes it so it's parallel with the kayak. So that's nice. So one of the things that I found was, instead of the same nut that's on both sides, typically when it comes out of the box, with the Old Town and the Navarre mount, when you were to turn your rudder all the way, your rudder would hit that second nut. So I just went to Lowe's and picked up a nylock nut and ran that on there. I can keep the pin in there as well, but that gives it the clearance that I needed to be able to get past that, so I can fully turn the rudder. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, go.
All right, so as you can see, I just got the additional wire back here. I did put the throttle cable inside some plastic wrap just to try to protect it from getting slits in it, and then just zip tied it to a couple rod holders to get it out of the way. But that's just back there. That main cable goes around to the front of my box for the quick disconnect to the Newport motor that I showed you a little bit ago. And then that throttle cable just comes up underneath the seat. And then I've attached this with a Navarre handle mount, and then just the Yak Attack. This is actually from my old Garmin 7.3 SV. This was the mount that I was using for it, but drilled some additional holes and got it to line up. And right now it works for me. but I just mounted that to that Navarre handle, and it's up and easy to use. And you know, being a big guy sitting up tall anyways, it works perfect. But that still gives me the clearance so I can pull out the parking pole if needed, and also pull out the catch board very quickly. So all right, so as you saw on the water footage there, top speed for this for a 270-pound guy, fully loaded, fully rigged out, I got 5.98 miles per hour with that Newport NK300. 75%, I want to say I was 5.5 miles an hour. And what I was more intrigued with was at 40%, I'm running 4.5 miles an hour, which is the fastest I could pedal anyways. So if I was to guess, I would say that I could get at 40% battery or 40% throttle, I could probably get 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours out of the battery. And that's 4.5 miles an hour, which is plenty fast for me. So, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the walkthrough. If there's any questions that you may have on any of the products that you saw in the video, be sure to drop them in the comments below. Slowboat, do you have any additional things I should add?
I think you covered about all.
All right, guys. Well, like I said, appreciate you following along. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And I think we hit 5,000 subscribers today, so the channel's still growing. And look forward to that. Look forward to the next one.